Hi everybody, Miss Gayle here from the Boulder City Library. I've got another drawing story for you today. This one is called Juanita the Whale. Juanita was a whale who lived in the Caribbean Sea. At a time when there were pirates roaming the waves, Juanita had heard about pirates. She had heard they were fearsome, and she wasn't keen to meet one. So she decided to swim to another ocean where pirates don't go. She headed off and had just passed the island of Martinique when her tail stopped working. She couldn't swim another stroke. And that was not all. She looked down and saw there were great big spots forming on her body. Oh dear, she thought. What is happening to me? She was floating helplessly on the Caribbean Sea when a ship sailed up close to her side. "Ahoy, mate!" called a man from the deck of the ship. "It seems you've lost the use of your rudder." "Pirate," thought Juanita, and she said, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just resting." "Now, girl, you don't be trying to kid me," said the man, squinting at Juanita with his one good eye. "It so happens I'm a marine veterinarian, and it so happens, too, that I can tell a case of the Cetaceous mange when I see it. Grab onto this line, girl." So Juanita held the rope in her jaws, and off they sailed. Martinique was a small island right about here. The man sailed his ship around the island and tied up in the port right here. "I'll be going ashore for a bit," he told Juanita. "Be back in a shake." While she waited, Juanita noticed that there were more spots on her body than there had been before. A while later, the man came back with a large carrot. "This is all I could find here," he said. "We'll have to sail on to Grenada to find the other things I'll be needing. I see the spots are spreading," he said. "But don't you worry, I'll have you fixed up in no time." So they sailed on to the island of Grenada, way down here. Again, the man went ashore, and again, as Juanita lay there waiting, she looked and saw that more spots had formed. The man returned, this time with a large parsnip. "Bilge water and barnacles," he grumbled. "I'm not having much luck. There's not a yam to be had on the whole island. Nothing for it but to head to St. Croix." He untied the ship, and off they sailed. St. Croix was a good ways up north, up here. And by the time they reached it, Juanita was almost totally covered in spots. The man tied up his ship and went ashore. Juanita waited and waited and waited. Finally, the man came back. "I had a devil of a time finding it, but here it is. Here is the great big yam that he was looking for, and he finally found it." They left the port and sailed around the island. As soon as they were in the open water, the man went down to the galley. He sliced the carrot. Then he sliced the parsnip. And he chopped the yam into small pieces. He put the pieces all together in a pot. This is the pot. He put it on the stove and let it cook into a yellowish mush. He added a few secret ingredients and stirred it all around. Then he scooped up a big ladleful and gave it to Juanita. "Swallow it down, lass," he said. 'Tis a sure cure for the caduceus mange." Juanita swallowed the medicine, and as if by magic, the spots started to disappear, and her tail was working again. It was a bit stiff, but she could move it. "Oh, thank you," cried Juanita. "My pleasure," said the man. "I have to tell you something, though," said Juanita, blushing a bit. "I didn't really believe you when you said you were a marine veterinarian." "Har, har," laughed the man. There was a bit of a twinkle in his one good eye. "I suppose you thought I was a pirate." "Yes," admitted Juanita. "I did think that." "And what would you have thought if you had seen this man?" Thanks for watching. See you next time.